Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm back. Y'all know who it is. It's Capital J from Capital J Productions. Uh, from my website, of course, is freedownloadsbeats.com. That's free downloads with a S, beats with a S.com. I'm back and getting ready to wrap this whole tutorial up. We still maybe about 1 or 2 episodes away. But I was sitting up here. I just opened this beat tutorial beat that I made from scratch. Um, you guys can go if you're not familiar on how I've came this far. To start back from the first video, um, where I just started off with the snare and we ended up to a whole 11 track, uh, 11 11 tracks. So anyway, I was just listening. I just opened this up and I was just listening to it, and then I'll say, you know what, I'm gonna just go ahead and because I didn't plan on doing this video right now, but I said, you know what the hey, why not? Let me just go ahead and start really putting this thing together and get it out the way. So I was listening to it, and I've heard a couple of, before I recorded this video, I heard a couple of things that really needed to be addressed. And like for one, I have the hook is 16 bars here, and then it's 8 here. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to make a 16. I want the whole song to be 16 verse, 16 hook, 16 verse, and then 16 hook, and pretty much throughout the whole song. So what I'm gonna start off doing is before I start really finishing off with the structure, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just go ahead and fix a couple of things. And so if you're not aware on how to do certain things, um, you can go back to some of the previous videos, like I said, like what I just did. If you're trying to do this right here, all you do is you just go. You don't need no special tool or anything for here. Just highlight the track and that you already recorded or whatever, and this little sign, when this little loop sign comes up, that's basically what it is. It's a loop sign, and you just drag it. Like if I wanted to keep going on, then I can, but I don't want that. I just want it to be 16. So as you guys, what's going on with this? Ain't got it on. Okay, there we go. So excuse me, my throat been acting up a lot. So if you guys hear me do that quite a bit, please excuse me. I don't know what's going on with my throat, but I'm trying to get it together. So anyway, we have another issue. As you probably can see, this is only 8 bars here, and then the synth hooks come back in. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to fix that issue. So in order to fix that, what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna delete this, and what we need to do is we're gonna need to make an extra. We're gonna need to highlight each one to these, right? So what you do is hold down Shift, okay, and just click on each track, right, that you want to play. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna just stretch it. We don't need to copy it, we just need to stretch it. So I'm gonna go ahead and go maybe I wonder is that gonna turn out? That might be too much. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think that'll do it. Okay. And if we need to go even further, then we'll go even further. Make sure you move your loop over so it can play the whole thing. So now I have the structure that I want. That quickly, that easy. I have a, what is this? An 8 bar for the intro. I have a 16. I have a 16 on the first verse. Then the hook comes in for 16, and then the second verse, which is another 16, and then it's 16 on the second hook, and I know I said I was gonna throw a bridge up in here somewhere. You know, I'm still debating that. I don't know if I really do want to throw a bridge in this song because it sounds so sweet. Like, at least I know you guys can't really tell from y'all part of the you know, I know it's probably sound a little good, but when you guys hear the actual um the full MP3 version mixed mastered sound of this, when I really post it up on freedownloadsbeats.com, it's really gonna sound good. I really can hear the finished version. It still need to be mixed and everything, but it sounded really good so far. And so we pretty much structured. Now we have the structure that we want, right? As far as the song, now it's starting to. I'm gonna start breaking this beat down a little more. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play the whole song for you guys to hear first, okay? So that's what I'm gonna do. So just listen. Okay, so there you have it, right? That's what we got. Now I heard that at the end, but it didn't really sound that bad, and we can always fix that. It's not a big deal. As far as the kick pattern, some of you may have heard it. Some of you may not have heard it. But anyway, so what I want to do is I want to take this beat. Like it sounds good, but it's too plain, it's too boring, and it doesn't have anything exciting about it, you know. And as I look down here, right, I'm looking right here. Whoops, sorry about that. But just follow this arrow here. If you look at it, it shows you how long. This is how long your song is right here. So we're at 3 minutes and 6 seconds. So that's not bad, you know, because the average song is around about that, you know, on the radio is around about that time, you know, usually around about 3:30. They usually no longer than 3:45, right? 4 minutes nowadays. So it's pretty debatable if I want to go ahead and add another intro here or not. But what I'm gonna do is this time is I'm gonna start listening to it, and I'm gonna start breaking it down some more because the song is structured nice, but it's just basic, a little too basic. So in this video, I'm gonna break it down a little more, and I'm gonna start throwing some curveballs up in here. So let me show you guys. Just follow. I'll explain as I go. Okay, I hear something that I would like to do in the beginning. So first, I'm gonna start with that. Okay, so I'm gonna explain this to you guys. Okay, as you see, I highlighted the tracks that start first. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna right-click this, and what you need to do, not bounce and merge. Okay, go to I believe it's bounce in place. This may be it. This might not be it, but I'm gonna try this. I don't really do it this way, but if you right-click on your if you right-click on your mouse, I don't know why I couldn't think of that, but anyway, if you right-click on your mouse, I'll do it again because it already did it, right? Right-click and go to bounce and merge. If you bounce in place, what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to make this a track where, now I believe this is a MIDI track, but I'm not for sure what type of track. I never really, let's see, what type of track is this? I don't know. But what it does is it turns it into a file that you can now have control of some features that you don't normally have over these instrument type of tracks. It's like, this is like a WAV file now, right? So now I can go do some things, like what I can do. Let me explain. Let me try to explain this the best way I can. Okay. So all these 3 tracks that I just bounced in place are on this one track now, right? So I'm gonna call this, I'm gonna just call it song intro, right? Intro custom. How about that? Let's just go intro custom. All right. Now I muted the other 3 tracks because all 3 of these are this right here, and it's gonna play in this one. It's gonna play in this one track. Let me color this real quick, and let's see what color. Let's start. I don't think I have this pink. I might have that pink. I think I do. So let's just start on the next one, right? I know I don't have that one. Okay. So let's just play it. Notice these are mute now, right? You're still gonna hear it though. See? So as you can see, these 3 are still playing, right? And that's what we want. This is all on one track. Now I'm gonna show you the reason why I just did that is because I want to give this comes on a little dry. It's been done millions of times, so I want to do something a little different. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come here, go to fade in, right? Once you highlight this, and now you only can do this by bouncing the tracks that you want in place. Like say like if I wanted to do, if I wanted to do this in the middle of the song, you have to highlight wherever you want to bounce. You can even cut, you can get in, you can get into the details of the track and really cut out pieces that you want, and then bounce them in place, and then come over here and do some fades and do some do all kind of little tricky stuff that I probably will be showing you in this video, because this is just one of the few I'm going to do in this video. So that just follow along. So I'm gonna speed up this one part, right? So I put it on speed up. Now the curve, excuse me, I didn't mean to do that. If you no, okay, actually, okay, I'm sorry, I'm clicking in the wrong area. Okay, what you do is click right next to it, and the little number in the box should pop up. Now I'm gonna start it off at about 150. Okay, press enter, and you're gonna see something highlight right here. Now the song is gonna start off slow and it's gonna speed up. Check it out. Sounds stupid. You probably didn't hear that, but I'm gonna play it again. That's the reason why it sounds like that, is because this number is too low. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it up to about 567, right? That's probably too low as well. Okay, but bear with me. You hear it? Okay, it's still too short, so let's double it up. Let's go 1200, right? 1234. So let's see what it sounds like now. Okay, so that's probably a little too much for what I'm trying to do. So I'm gonna cut it down to maybe about 11. That's close to what I want, but 1100 probably sound a little better. See if we throw a curve. Okay, I'm gonna throw a curve. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw a curve up in here right now. Let's try about maybe 12. We don't want to put too much on the curve. Okay, I think 1100 is too much. Let's just go 1000. 1000 might even be too much. So basically, you just sit here and you play with this, right? Until you get the effect that you want. So that's pretty close to what I want, right? But I'm thinking about just echoing out that whole beginning, right? Right after that. Maybe have it some pan it left to right, and you know, do all kind of just crazy silly stuff, right? Just to be different. But hold on for a second. What I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna try something before I do all that. Okay, so look, let's just say I'm satisfied with that, because I don't want to take too much time, right? What I'm gonna do is I want to pan this from I'm gonna have it come in from whatever side I want, right, to whatever side I want to finish panning it off. Now I'm gonna have to zoom in here and get more so I can get more precise. I guess that's what I'm trying to say, right? And to do what I just did, I press A on my keyboard. Okay, you can just go to the track you want, or you don't even have to be on the right track. A for automation. Okay, and basically what you want to do is you want to come here, you put it on pan. Okay, and I think it's reed phone. I believe it's reed that you're supposed to put it on. Not really for sure, but what I'm gonna do is we're about to test it out, and I'll let you guys know Okay, since it starts right here and it drags up, let's just do it the way, and we're gonna draw a point. We're gonna put it maybe right here in the middle as soon as it get to its peak, or yeah, something like that. So let's see if it'll play it out now. See, it just did it. Yeah. So make sure you pan it and then put it on read if you're trying to do this type of effect. But the problem is, I'm not really feeling it for one, and it's too fast. It's really too fast. So what I'm gonna do? Let's see if I bring this up. Nah, I don't really like it. But I hope you guys learn something. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna undo all of this because I'm not really feeling this effect for this. So I'm gonna delete this track. But you guys should have learned something from what I just did. Yeah, I want to delete that data because I don't need it, right? And now I can go back to my regular intro, right? So I hopefully you guys learned something from that. You can go and you can just, I mean, you can do forever. You can do that unlimited amount of times. But I just didn't like the way that was done. And really, when you're doing those type of things, you don't want to. You want to take your time so it can sound right. You know what I mean? Like, I know I'm doing a tutorial, and it's gonna take me a long time to really get it to sound the way that I would love for it to sound, and so it can sound right. So, but it's good that I did explain it so you guys can know how to do this type of stuff. Okay. So now you guys know how to. Oh, okay. You know what? Let me demonstrate. If you wanted to slow the track down, like let me. I showed you how to speed it up, but what I didn't show you was how to like slow it down. So let me. You hear the slow down effect a lot in a lot of Dirty South songs now, and it's pretty popular. So let me show you guys how you can do it on Logic. It's the same procedure. You bounce in place. You find the tracks you want to slow down or speed up or whatever you want to do. You come over here. As soon as you it bounces in place, it's going to create another track. Okay, and once you create the track, you're going to probably need to mute these or even delete these out if you decide to keep it, because they're just copies, and that's all. But once you highlight it here, now let's just say if I wanted to slow it down. Remember, I was over here and fade up. I speed it up, and since I want to speed it up, it started in the beginning. But when you slow down a track, it automatic does it at the end. And if you want it to come in sooner or whatever you're trying to do, you could just move this in and do what you got to do. But what you do is you put the slow down and you double click here right next to the slow down again, and this little bar thing is going to come up. Now I usually do about same thing, about 1,000, 1234. I always use just on top of off the blue. I just use 1200, and as you can see, it made a little line here just like it did earlier in the beginning when I sped up that other one. But on this one gonna slow it down. So let's take a listen and see what it sounds like. Okay, so, and of course, the reason why these tracks are not playing is because they're muted out. But you guys can hear that effect that I put in. It slowed it down at the end of this 8-bar track here. So let's just listen to it again. See how okay, now that sounds pretty cool to me. I was actually trying to speed it up, but it didn't really sound cool. So I'm think I'm gonna keep this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get rid of these three, right? I don't need them no more. If I'm gonna keep it, then it's no point. So there we have it. Now we have our, we can unmute these now, and let's see how the song start. If it flows right, then I'll keep it. If not, I'll undo and keep it the same way that I had it. So let's see. Okay, so that sounds cool. But I was just thinking, right, that I'm still not gonna keep this because it's not mixed, and I kind of forgot about that, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna Command Z it anyway. I'm gonna delete this anyway because it's not mixed yet. You kind of want to do this if you're gonna be using this effect. You might want to use it after you mix this stuff, because once you bounce it in place, remember you putting 2 or 3 or even more tracks all together on one track. So if you haven't mixed them, if you haven't mixed your song yet, you know, it's, you know, and it's just not gonna sound right. You know, if you got every other track mixed down, but then you just got this one part in your song that just hasn't been mixed, it's just not gonna sound right at all. So I kind of forgot about that, but the whole point was to show you guys how you can structure songs, how you can, how you can do that type of stuff. So what let's just continue on, right? Let me go ahead and delete this. You don't need that no more. I'll come back to that later, maybe after I mix it and start mastering, then I'll probably start putting that kind of stuff in. But you guys still have learned a lot of valuable stuff. You can use that, you can put that anywhere. But pretty much this, our song structuring is pretty much wrapped up. If I want to let's see, yeah, see, I got my beginning like this. So what I could do is if I want to say, like, I want to expand on this. So what I'm gonna do, I still don't have my MIDI controller on. Let me turn it on real quick. Okay. All right. So say, like, if I wanted to expand on that intro, right? So man, my throat is really messed up. I don't know what's going on with it, but it's messed up. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into Nexus. We're still into Nexus. I need some drums now. I usually don't get my drums from here. You know what? I'm not even gonna get my drums from here. I'm gonna just stick to what I always do. Okay, I always come here to get my drums. I got some nice drums here. Okay, I love pretty much all the basics. I usually get these roll-ons, the TRs and CR kits. I usually get these, and this R&B kit is real good too. The R&B kit and the R&B remix is really good. But you can get something from everything, So let's go in here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I want to put like an orchestra type of excuse me, man. Okay, I want to try to put like an orchestra feel in the beginning of this track, right? I mean, I want to throw in some. I want to really throw people off, because I know I was saying that I would do that stuff. So I think right now is a good time for me to do it. So let's just get started. Let's just leave it like that. I might take that out. Nah, I want something more dramatic, but I think I'll put an effect to it. Let's go ahead and color this. I guess I'll start over on that pink again and deleted that other track. Okay. Actually, be more specific. Okay. So I got my crash intro, right? And I put it here. Okay. And let's move on. I'm gonna try to move as fast as possible. Because I know I talk a little too much sometimes. Actually, I don't need to go there. I just need to move to the next drums. You know what? Before I move on to the next track, I said I was gonna put an effect on here, so let me go on this track. I'm sorry if I'm moving too fast, but you guys can follow along. At this point, if you've been watching all my videos, you should be pretty much informed on what I have been doing. Go here. Sound much better. Okay, that's good. Now I'm gonna put more like a trap. I'm gonna come up with my own trap sound, as you guys gonna see. Okay, we're gonna take something like that and we're gonna expand on it. It's the same thing over and over again. Okay. I don't like that after effect. Something like that, right? It's gonna be an orchestra mixed with Dirty South, you know, that type of stuff. I pressed the wrong key. Actually, don't cancel that. Don't want to do it that way. Okay. I pressed the wrong key. All right. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna expand on this, right? Now instead of leaving it that way, what I'm gonna do is I need to put a delay on it to give the effect I really, really like. Okay. There we go. Okay. So that's pretty good. The only thing is that it's going a little too much. Okay, what I would like to do is do it like okay. So as you can see, I'm just sitting up here tweaking, going to it to get it to sound the way that I want it to sound. Okay. This tape delay is not getting it done, so I'm gonna go to stereo delay. Okay. There we go. All right, so that's cool. That's very different. Now, the only thing is this sounds good, but it's still not sounding exciting to me. I'm really thinking about really just taking this high low mid brass out, taking the low brass and the choir out to get to the results that I'm trying to get. And sometimes you have to do that, you know. Let's see. Let's start on this one, right? And I'm gonna call this trap effect. All right, because a lot of people in the dirty south, that's everybody knows that what that's used for, right? So that's all you do when you trying to come up with a trap effect, or it's just mainly a snare. It's mainly a snare with effects on it, a lower pitch. All you use is the pitch bend. Depends on how you use it, right? But anyway, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mute these, right, and I'm gonna see what I can come up with. Because remember, we're song structuring now. We're not just structuring a loop anymore. Now we're structuring the whole song. So it's a lot of things you're gonna have to change when you're going into song mode to make it more detailed and to make it bigger than what it really sounds, for what it really sounds. I guess I'm trying to say. Okay, so I want to kind of come up with my own little melody here. So let's try to come up with something different. I'm gonna use some I want to use some strings. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. Start it over. Something like that. Something totally different, right? You might end up even changing the whole song behind this, but you know what? It happens. You know what I mean? You have to be be prepared to change everything because of stuff like this. But you know, that's me. That's how I like to do it. I don't like to just settle for a good loop or a good sounding beat. I like to take things to higher levels. So I'm gonna just play around a bit. Just try to be patient with me. I'm sorry for this video being so long. I will try to get to the point as much as I can. So first of all, I like the strings. I probably have to put some effects to them. Let me zoom out of here first, because what I want to do is I want to loop this, right? So I don't have to keep stopping and actually I'll loop it to 17 so I can see how it sound. I looped it to 17 so I can see how it sound with the beat too. I think I can get with that. Let's go ahead and record it. And this I'm just gonna use maybe not. I might not use that. I think I got what I want. All right, I'm gonna make this sound like it's gonna be a mixture of different things. All right, so I think this is gonna be 8 bars, and I think this is gonna sound really good. All right, that's gonna sound hot. Once I start putting horns and all kind of other stuff in this, it's gonna sound really good. Okay, it did that thing where it's not playing because it start. I press the keys before it actually start. I press the keys before it actually started, and when you do that, it'll come over the one. And when that happens, you have to check it down here. Sometimes you have to zoom really, really in to really find out if it's overlapping or not. And sometimes, like in this synth case over here, sometimes I can't even say sometimes because that's the first time that ever happened to me ever since I've been using Logic. And I've been using Logic for about 2 years now. So that, hey, first, I guess it's first time for everything. But if it don't play on the line, just scoot it up some more and you should be alright. So anyway, right, I'm really feeling this intro here. At least these I'm feeling these what is these things? These violins or these string violins or whatever they are. They sound more like violins. I'm really feeling them. And I'm probably gonna keep this. Okay, so let's put viol in intro, right? I'm gonna color this. And we was on that pink over here. Let's go ahead and use that. All right. I'll do the other ones later. Um, okay, so let's listen to it. I got the perfect idea. I'm telling you, this is really gonna be dope. Just try to bear with me, all right? I just got a really good idea, and I just have to do this, man. Okay. All right, that sounds hot to me. I'm gonna put it in there real quick. Perfect. So now what I'm doing is, as you can see, I guess what I was intentionally gonna do was make an intro before this intro, but just not turning out the way that I planned. But anyway, right? Command all. Let's use. Oh, it's a little slow, so I might do 1.8. I think 1.8 should do okay. All right. So now what I want to do, is I want to put some horns or something in this, right? File, PIDs, huh? Maybe I don't need no more violins though. I was thinking about those PIDs, but I'm gonna take that effect. Maybe I'll leave it on. Maybe not. Okay. I need some sick horns, right? Or some sick brass. I think that'll go really good with this. right, that's cool. Cool. As you can see, I threw that little curveball in at the end. I didn't want it to just... I'm thinking about taking that effect off so it can sound more clean and more... yeah, this delay probably needs to go off, right? Okay. I like it. I love it. I absolutely love it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this video here because I think you guys see the point that you can just... This is how you structure music. You know, you take it one part at a time. Once you start once that you start what I was going to do, I was going to do something. Oh, I was coloring. I got my mind like in 6 different areas right now. This track got me so hyped up. I just want to finish it so bad, but I'll be forgetting. I'll be recording and my videos be going on forever. And I know people don't have the patience to be watching, you know, an hour-long video. But, you know, you can skip, do what you got to do. You know, I don't have time to break the video into sections like that. I got too many other responsibilities and other stuff that I have to do. So, yeah, but this track is definitely turning out to be something really, really good. And that's what you do. You know, you just keep, like, what I would do is, like this right here. I might even, like, throw this later on. I might throw it before all this and have it, you know how I had it, like how it slowed down. I will have it slow down, and then, you know, I have it go into this and to this breakdown that I just made, and then the song will start. Like it's just, that's like what I was thinking about when I was just telling you guys about my mind was in like thinking about 10 different things. That's basically what I was just thinking about, like what I can do. I'm always thinking about what can I do to better the track, or to what can I do to throw people off. Lately, I haven't really been making anything really off the charts like that. But I think I'm gonna do it for this track. But I think I'm gonna leave it. I can't leave it the way it is now, because now it sounds like a whole entire song, a whole entire different song. But that's what I was going for anyway. So let's listen to it. What we have right now, I'm gonna do a 16. Let's just see what it sounds like. Whoops, without the beginning. All right, because I might change that beginning. Well, I already changed it, but I mean I might put the beginning. Oh, it's these 3 guys. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. I probably put these in here before, you know, as far as so I guess it's gonna be a part 3 of song structure, and maybe even a part 4. Check it out. And it goes into the beat. Okay, so I would have to delete these 3 in order to get the effect that. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna unmute these, right, and I'm gonna delete these 3. I'm gonna undo it, of course, after I play it for you guys. But I want to see how this gonna sound when it transition into this. Okay, so as you can see, we have a problem. We have a huge problem because this sounds like it's not fitting. The intro is not fitting with the song now. So it's either we have two choices. We can take it out. We can restructure the whole song. And so many things. That's one of the main problems with because me, like, I'm really not that good with notes and understanding my notes and stuff. I just play by ear. If it sounds good to me, I record it. You know, that's the type of producer I am. I've taught myself. That's how I've learned, and I'm still like that to this day. So it's no problem for me if I have to go back and change something. You know, so I love what I do. I love to go back and change it. But yeah, this doesn't fit, but it's okay. We'll make it fit. I'll make it fit somehow, some way. But I'm gonna end this video here. I hope you guys learned something. I'm gonna undo. Let's undo, which is Command Z. I undo the cutting of this, and I'm gonna save it right here. I'm gonna continue on with song structure in part 3 in the next video. So I hope you guys learned something, and I'll see you guys in the next video. God bless every one of you. That's all I got to say. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.